Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to Thursday, the 17th here, August 17th. Hey, welcome, Joe. Joe, I love your quotes you put up there. Thank you very much for those. Those are very nice. They really are. Good morning, Tyler. Terry G. Hey, Julie. Good morning. SC. Good morning. JW. JB. Hey, Devin, how are you? Hi. Okay, let's get this morning kicked off here. I see we're up just a little bit. I don't know that I would get too excited about that because it could very easily fizzle and turn into nothing. So I don't know that I would be too excited. I think something that excuse me, something that we miss, how do I do that? There we go, is, waiting. I was working with somebody yesterday, and one of the things they told me is they lack patience. And believe me, I get that. And I truly do get that. When you're looking at candlestick signals, and I'm pretty confident everybody here looks at candlestick signals. I'm not sure I know anybody that looks at just bar charts or anything like that. Most everybody uses candlesticks nowadays, and I think something we forget is we have to have patience to let this turn around. A good example is over here. We're bullish, and I'll bet you $1,000 bill, even with this bearish engulf, there were lots of bullish people out there, a lot of bullish traders. You have to wait for it to turn around. You need that confirmation. So, here's the bull stepping back in, and there's your confirmation. So we need that. We need that signal that says, okay, this trend has stopped moving down, and then we need confirmation over it, and then that's where that trading leg comes in. On trading legs, currently, what's happened here on this leg to the downside, we've given all this leg away. All this has gone away. So the market is still down. Nothing other than oversold that I can tell is any reason to buy the market too awfully long. There's definitely some long charts, and there's certainly some long trades that can be had if your reasoning is right. So right now the sellers still have total control. I see nothing other than being oversold. And oversold, and I'm basing that on stochastics. I had stochastics up yesterday. We were talking about it. I used to always use stochastics. I was married to it. And I had to divorce stochastics because it wasn't treating me right. It wasn't stochastics. What it was I was reading it wrong. I was constantly using that as my key to be long, and that is so wrong. It's price that we want to watch. So just being oversold is not a reason to be a buyer. Anyway, the SPY chart is still down. The Qs is still down. Real simple. Price under the T-line under the trendicator. We're under the 50-period moving average on the SPY and the Qs. Not quite on the diamonds here, but we're close enough where we could sneak down there today pretty easily. Even if, there is a theory in trading that when all the indices get to the 50-period moving average, in this scenario where we're pulling back, when we get to the 50, that is Many times in the past, that has produced a bullish move, but we have to wait till the indices get down there. I think we're close enough. If it happened, I think we're close enough to it that we could call it good. But we need to see it happen. We need to visually see it happen. IWM, way past the 50. IWM is looking like it might want the 200 here. But so patience is probably the key thing. I pretty much have no charts to take a look at today. So if anyone has any, please share them out there. Let's take a look. In the meantime, our T2123 on the 15-minute is still extremely bullish. The 60-minute is extremely bullish. And something that Sean looks at from time to time, I don't really do it. I kind of count on him on this. But he'll look at T2123 on the daily chart, and that is even starting to break down. And while I don't worry about it on the daily chart, because on the daily chart, that's more of long-term trading, certainly for me anyway, long-term trading, where the 60-minute and 15-minute works out really good using swing trading on daily charts. But the T2123 on a daily chart would be good for weekly charts or even a little bit longer term. But you can see the value in it here, where, you know, bearishness, bullishness, bearishness, bullishness, bearishness, bullishness. And we're starting that bearishness area right now. Now, we could, I mean, it could come up at any time. That's what we don't know. We don't know. Is today going to be the day that pops us up? Is it going to be tomorrow? And that's what we have to wait for, is that candle, or, you know, one single candle, or we have to wait for multiple candles to swing us back up there maybe. So that's where the patience comes in. I really there. Hey Tyler, good morning. T23 turning red on the daily chart, not good. No, it's not good for the long-term traders. It doesn't mean that it's going to stay red and, you know, really, really drop. If you take a look at it here, and let's do it this way. There we go, yellow. If we take a look at it here, really, you know, we've been in a nice bull trend here. We got a little sideways here, and that's been a pretty nice bull trend. And overall, that's a bullish chart. I mean, if we back up just a little bit, that's a bullish chart. So a good amount of rest in here, and now we're bullish. So we could pull back a little bit. We could definitely do that. Let's see, will this work? I don't know if this works on a dark background. We'll try it here. There we go. Oh, hey, it does. So if we put the quadrant lines on here, and it's the quadrant lines is picking up price. I don't have, well, I do have price on here. Okay, never mind. That was a ridiculous thing to say. We're taking this low and this high, and right here, you know, if you're a quadrant line follower, then we still have some room to pull back, and that would give a quarter of this move back right here, this longer term move back, and then 50% of that would be down here. And giving a quarter back is no big deal. This is not fib lines, and fib lines, what is it, 26 something on the pullback is pretty, I wouldn't get too excited. That's a nice little pullback. Your 38% is a nice little pullback. And that's probably in this area, close to that white line area. That's a pretty nice, that's a healthy pullback, good for the market kind of pullback. I mean, this has been an extraordinary run here. longer than any. And here we can, here's the redneck way to do it. So you can see that right there. We are very extended compared to that run. We're extended compared to that run, extended compared to that one, extended compared to this one over here. So, you know, we got very overbought, and now we're short-term oversold here. But there's still plenty of room for us to come down to. And still, this be a good market. Anyway, patience, I think, is what we have here. Patience. If you're good at day trading, good at scalping, good at fast trading, you may have an advantage over somebody that's not. And there's nothing wrong with sitting out, slowing down, go play golf, something like that. So it did, Rick. It took a long time for it to turn down. We've had a great run. I mean, that's just a fantastic run in the market. And I just think the market is tired. I'm not concerned at all about any kind of, you know, super big downturn. But the market's got to do what the market's got to do. Okay, Tyler throws one out there. Thank you. Tyler, looking for PLTR, looking for that short. Yeah, that's a great looking short setup. Yes, that is. You can look at this. You know, I talk about warning signs a lot. You know, and you can see the warning signs in hindsight. Working with them in hindsight is how you can pick them out closer to that hard right edge. For instance, there's a nice trend. What's this all about? And to me, that's a warning sign. And then we put in something up here, warning sign. Well, this just could be what it's warning. There's something I think we need to realize, at least this is what I think, okay, is we are retail traders. We are not in the know. When decisions are made and they finally hit the news wire or they get to us, those decisions are as stale as can be. They are old, old, old. So whatever might be pushing PLTR down right now, making it look short, I'll bet you started right here. This is not retail information. This is just where us poor little retail folks, we look at it and we see price patterns, we see candlestick price action, and you know, you've got to determine what it's doing. Well, hindsight, you can see it very, very well. So you've just got to realize that, you know, learn to do that. So anyway, I think that's a great looking short setup. Nice consolidation, making a nice little bear flag right in there. Blue ice failure. I think it's beautiful. So on this same token, somebody could be watching for this long, but what they're going to need to see is a turnaround. A turnaround here. And to see that turnaround, you're going to have to go from this area. And we're just looking at what we see in this chart right now. So we're going to have to go from this area to that area. Well, here we are waiting for that signal again. It all boils down to that signal. And that's just one candle. It may take a dozen candles to get up there. But somebody waiting to buy PLTR long has to have patience till that it changes its trend right in here. And if we popped up, that would start to change that trend and show maybe, you know, we're going higher here, okay? So if we go back to the SPY, when we put this bearish candle in, I had said, and I still think, that this is a warning sign. And I still think we climb higher. I'll start here because I have no idea when. But I do think we climb higher. And we may even break out. And then I think we're going to have some problems. And I think we're going to look back and we're going to say there's a warning sign right there. That's a warning sign that the market is getting a little bit too bullish for its own good. Things aren't necessarily that bad in the, or that good in the eyes of whatever they're looking at here, things like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for and expecting down the road. So to me, this is just a normal, we got a bit too excited, a bit too much run here, and then we're pulling back here. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks, Tyler, for posting that one out there. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. We'll see you all at the bottom of the hour when the market wakes up. And let's get it out of bed. We can let it have some coffee. And let's see what it does after it wakes up and thinks about where it's at here, okay? You guys have a great day. See you in about 20 minutes.